So, am I audible?
Perfectly audible, Bhaiya. Yet I can see two mics which were unmuted for a while,
Okay.
Ranganath ji and Ratikanta ji. So maybe if you permit, we'll listen to them for a while
Yeah,
and then continue.
sure,
Yes.
sure.
Ji, Ratikant ji, uh, 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 would you like to put forward any of your queries, or would you like to know something? Ranganath Bhaiya,
Yes. Good evening, doctor. Good evening, madam.
good evening.
Good evening, good evening.
Yes. How are you, doctor and madam?
I'm fine, sir. How are
Yeah,
you?
yeah. I'm too good to attend your session. And a small doubt, doctor, maybe relevant or irrelevant, I don't know. During winter season, the frequency of urination is more, sir.
Yes.
And also it depends upon the intake of water, sir.
Yeah, when the intake of water is more, it generally becomes more. But during winter season, because of lack of heat outside and because of the lack of heat, sweating will be less. So the amount of water which escapes from our body, it will be very, very less. So obviously, frequent urination is seen even for normal people, and that is quite normal.
Okay. I hope it is not any disorder, sir.
No, 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 definitely
Ah,
not.
okay, sir. Thank you, doctor. I'm
Welcome,
perfectly
sir.
all right, doctor.
Great, great,
Yeah,
wonderful.
yeah. I have taken the kitchen as my doctor and medical shop.
Wonderful,
Thank you.
wonderful.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
So if we have any questions, we can take one or two more questions and then we can start discussing about pranayama, the way we have to do the pranayama in the right way. And we will also try to do it step by step. Or if there are no questions, we can start it right away. Yeah. So last week and before last week, we have discussed, and even last 3 weeks, we have discussed about the the faculty development program, whatever we are preparing. I'm just presenting those slides and I'm just refreshing your memory. And so last week we had a request. Why shouldn't we discuss about the pranayama, the right way of doing pranayama? So today I will speak a few words about pranayama, little theory, and then I'll try to uh, make it more practical by showing you how to do it. Right. So, I'll just keep the chat window open so that I will be able to look at your questions. Okay. So, pranayama is one of the 8 steps of yoga. We call it Ashtanga yoga. So, after practicing yama and niyama, where we learn about some really good, healthy lifestyle practices, particularly for self. So these yama and niyama are more like helping us to stay in the right set of mind with right utilization of the body. So we say we will not hurt anyone. We practice ahimsa. We speak only truth. We don't expect anything in return when we do a help. We practice detachment, and then we try to maintain a good character. We try to cleanse ourselves, cleanse our thoughts, cleanse our body, cleanse our mind, and we try to stay in a state of bliss always. And we try to do the observation, self-study, swa adhyayam, observing our body, observing our mind, observing our thoughts, observing our breath, and studying ourselves, going deeper inside. This inward journey will start, and then we try to stay near to this wonderful cosmic energy or almighty or God or whatever you call. So all these things come under yama and niyama, and people who practice these yama and niyama, they get this right to practice asanas. Asanas are yogic form of exercises where we try to sit in a specific pose which will stimulate a specific set of organs and enhance their functions and do some internal healing. And these asanas, asana practice or hatha yoga, it's very different from uh, exercises. Exercises are more of strengthening our muscles, increasing our blood circulation, making our joints more flexible, reducing the fat and all those things. But when it comes to asana practice, it is more like you try to stabilize yourself in one particular posture and sit in that particular posture as much as possible. So by doing so, a certain set of organs and organ systems, they get stimulated, they work better, their efficiency will increase, and if there is any ailment in that those particular organs, they will get corrected. The body will heal itself with the help of these asanas. And once we regularly practice asanas, we get a what we call a right to practice pranayama. Once our body is in our control, body is flexible, we can sit for a longer duration, then you are eligible to practice pranayama. And this practice of pranayama is something which is very, very significant in the spiritual journey. It is also very significant in healing ourselves to maintain our own health, both physically and mentally, to become strong. Pranayama helps in many ways, and it also helps in healing various ailments and even repairing the damage at the level of DNA. Everything happens with the help of right practice of pranayama. Normally, when we say pranayama, we listen to many people. Just a moment. I'm sorry. Something popped up on my screen, and yeah. Huh. So when I say pranayama, many people think of many things like anlom vilom breathing, inhaling and exhaling, and then Brahmari, Kapalbhati, Bastrika, Shitali, Shitkari, and various types of inhaling and exhaling, doing it various paces with different speeds. So that is all. I can say it is more like a preparation for pranayama. All these things which I have described right now, they are more like lung exercises, enabling us to practice real pranayama. Ancient way of doing right way of pranayama we will discuss right now. Pranayama, here again, it's very important for us to understand that pranayama is having so many steps, and basically pranat ayama means having a pause between this pranavayu is the oxygen which we take inside, and we exhale also. This inhaling and exhaling, it happens continuously. Normally in a minute, this respiratory rate is around 14 to 18 times. On an average, it is 15 times. So 15 breaths in each minute, and around if it is an hour, it is around 900 breaths. And if it is a day, 21,000 or odd breaths we take it consciously or unconsciously. Most of us, we are not aware of these breaths. But when we focus on this breath and when we regulate this breath and also we control and hold this breath, so this whole thing is pranayama. We control, regulate, and hold the breath, and we take this control into ourselves. The self will regulate the body's complete breathing mechanism, and that is pranayama. So, if you look at various steps which are there in pranayama, we have 4 steps normally: Purakam, Kumbhakam, Rechakam, and Shunyakam. So Purakam is inhaling the air. Then Kumbhakam is holding the breath after filling the lungs with air. Then Rechakam is exhaling the air. And once we exhale and once the lungs are empty, if you hold the breath, that is Shunyakam. Normally, these are the 4 steps we do in pranayama. But we in our hospital, we teach pranayama in a three three level way. Like, first level, first and second levels, we don't teach Shunyakam because Shunyakam needs more monitoring. So we don't teach holding the breath after emptying the lungs. But remaining 3 steps we teach in the first and second levels. That is Purakam, Kumbhakam, and Rechakam. So Purakam is inhaling the breath, Kumbhakam is holding the breath, and Rechakam is exhaling the breath. So while you inhale, hold, and exhale, we need to do it in a right way, because always we do inhaling, we hold, sometimes we breathe in, sometimes we hold, and after that we exhale, and this is happening continuously. Even if we are aware of our breath or we are not aware of our breath, this is happening, and it is happening continuously. So what is the difference between regular breath intake and pranayama? That we need to understand. Suppose if we have a nice musical instrument, something like a tabla or something like that, and you beat the instrument continuously, you can make a sound, but you may not be able to make music. To make it, to create music, you need this raga, tala, and laya. And with that rhythm, with that specific set of a specific set of ways to produce the sound which is pleasing to the ears, we need practice, and there are some rules and regulations to do. Similarly, when you are breathing in, holding, and breathing out just like that, that is not pranayam. When you are doing in a specific ratio, in a specific posture, in a specific depth, with a specific speed, then it becomes pranayama. So we will discuss about these things, and we will try to put it into practice today itself. And so, like, before going to going deeper into the practice part and the theory part, I would like to, because this is a step-by-step guided session where I want you to do pranayam along with me. I just want to see whether you are all are listening to me attentively. I just want to have an idea of about your own awareness of your own body. So I want all of you to take your hand and put it on your stomach. Put it on your stomach and take deep breath and inhale and exhale, inhale and exhale. And while doing this, observe what's happening in your stomach. While you are inhaling, what is happening? Whether the stomach is going inside or coming outside while you are inhaling. While the breath, you are taking breath inside. While you are breathing in, stomach, you have your hand on your stomach. So you can just observe whether the stomach is going inside or coming outside while you are breathing in. Just observe and just type it in the chat window. You can observe and type it in the chat window. While you are breathing in, the stomach is going in or coming out. Just observe and type it in the chat window. You can take deep breath, and while breathing in, what's happening? The stomach is going inside or coming outside. Just have a deep breath. Observe your belly, observe your movements in your belly, and just write down in the chat window your observation. Okay, Ranganathji has responded. He says, while breathing in, it is coming out. And Manjusha ji and also Ratikant Nayak also say that while breathing in, stomach is coming outside. Okay. And let us wait for other responses also. And if there are any responses in the YouTube, Anishaji or Manormadi, you just type the response here.
Till
Why?
now, no response on YouTube.
Okay, okay. We have 22 participants, but I have received only 3 responses. I want everyone to just keep your hand on your stomach, inhale and observe. Inhale and exhale for at least 3-4 times and just observe what's happening while you're inhaling, while you're breathing in. When the air is going inside, the stomach is going inside or coming outside. Yes, 4 of the participants have responded. All of them have typed that while inhaling, the stomach is coming out. Okay. Okay. And while exhaling, stomach is going in, says Rupali ji. Okay. 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 Sunita Yadav ji is also saying, while inhaling, stomach is coming out. Okay. You know, all the 6 participants have responded with the same response. Everyone says, while inhaling, the stomach is coming out. Okay. Great. So, I have one more question. Do you know if, like in the medical college, we dissect all the organs and put them in glass jars. So when you remove all the organs from the body and put them in water, only one organ floats on the water. Only one organ floats on the water. Can you guess which organ is it? Only one organ of a body will float on the water. Anyone can guess which organ floats on water? I know you all are expecting some practical. Yes, Rupali ji, you are absolutely right. Lungs. Yes, Sunita ji. So lungs which are filled with oxygen, mostly they can float on water, right? But lungs are not like balloons. They have so many layers in it. And if you open the layers and spread them, you can actually cover a tennis court with the layers of a lung. So many layers are there inside the lung. And when these lungs, they expand, when they take air in, they can double their size. Lungs can become double their size. And once they become double, they need extra space, which is not there in the thoracic cavity in which they are situated. So this part is thoracic cavity and the bottom part is abdomen. So between the thorax and abdomen, there is a like a division, a partition, and we call it diaphragm, which divides thorax and abdomen. And in the abdomen, we have all the abdominal organs, stomach, liver, pancreas, spleen, all the important organs. So when the lungs expand, they push the diaphragm, and the diaphragm pushes the internal organs because it wants to make space for lungs. So for the lungs to expand properly, you need more space. So more space has to be created. So by expanding our stomach and expanding our chest, we will be able to take more air inside. So it is very important for us to observe what's happening while inhaling. So all of the people who have responded in the right way. While you are inhaling, we need to expand, expand our chest, expand our stomach. So the air goes in and more air will go. So how much air do we need? Can anyone type in how much air should we breathe in? What is the right quantity? Do we know how much air do we need? How much air is necessary for us to stay healthy? How much air is the right amount of air to breathe in? And are we taking that much? You might be wondering, how can we measure this? But during these recent incidences of pandemic, people are now having more knowledge about how much air do we need and how much air will actually give sufficient oxygen to all the cells, and blood will carry this oxygen properly by breathing in a right way. If you are not breathing in a right way, you will not be able to get enough oxygen. Our lungs, Ranganathan, it differs from person to person very slightly, right? On an average, we are able to hold 6 liters of air. 6 liters of air, lung capacity. The maximum capacity is 6 liters. Whereas when you, hello?
Hello.
Yes, sir. Okay. So while you are inhaling, one inhalation, you can take up to 2.5 liters of air. 2.5 liters of air can be inhaled in one inspiration. One inhaling, you can take in 2.5 liters of air. And someone has written 500 ml, Dr. Sanjay Kumar Vermaji. You're also right. On an average, human beings are taking only 500 ml or less than 500 ml of air. Whereas the lung capacity is like we can take 2.5 liters of air in one go, but we are taking only half liter, less than half liter. That means we are not even utilizing 20% of our lung capacity. Because we are underutilizing, because we are not breathing in a right way, we are doing a lot of harm to our own body. So we need to observe a breath pattern and make it much deeper. Deep and relaxed breathing, diaphragmatic breathing will help us give more energy to each and every cell of the body and relax our mind in a better way. So it's very important for us to take in more air while doing one inhalation. So practicing pranayama will bring down the respiratory rate and will increase the lung capacity. If you regularly practice pranayama, your lung capacity will increase and the respiratory rate will decrease. Normally, human beings' respiratory rate is around 14 to 18. On an average, it is 15. And if you look at dogs, their respiratory rate is around 26, 28, like that. And if you look at a tortoise, respiratory rate is around 5 to 8 times per minute. So 5 to 8 if you count the breath pattern, so only 5 to 8 times tortoise will take breath in and breathe out. So if you observe the lifespan of human beings, dogs and tortoises, human beings can live up to 100 years, and dogs, they will live around 25 years, and tortoise, they can live more than 200 years, turtles and tortoise. So if you observe, the more the respiratory rate, the less the lifespan. If the respiratory rate is coming down, the lifespan and the quality of life will increase. So it is very important for us to bring down the respiratory rate by practicing pranayama. It will also increase the lung capacity. So this is one advantage you will immediately get out of this practice of pranayama. So enough of theory. Let us start some important points, important principles behind this practice of pranayama. So when you are practicing pranayama, you should make sure that your stomach is empty, because if you are on a full stomach, you will not be able to allow the lungs to expand and take in more air, which is very important for the practice of pranayama. So after having food, give a gap of 3 hours, and after that you can have, you can again practice pranayama. For example, if you have lunch at 1 o'clock, maybe after 4 you can start practicing. And the morning time is the best time because stomach will be empty during that time. So this is one important thing which we need to keep in our mind. The second important thing is, you need to practice it in a well ventilated room. If the room is having very less amount of oxygen, and if you take up more and more oxygen in that room, it might have some problem. Make sure your windows are open, um, and you have a free flow of air. That is essential for practice of pranayama. If you want to practice outdoors, make sure you are comfortable in the outdoor temperature, and there are no strong odors or strong breeze or something like that which can disturb you. It should be a pleasant outdoor setting. That also is okay for pranayama practice. If it is indoor, make sure you get enough air, enough ventilation in that room. That is another thing. And most important thing is your spine. The spine, it should be erect. If you sit like this, if you're bending your backbone, that is not the right way to expand your lungs to your maximum capacity. So it's always should be erect. And shoulders, they can be a little back, like this. No, like this, a little back. Chest can come outside. All these things help in expansion of the lungs properly. So like this, you can sit, but you need not keep it very firm or rigid. Body will be relaxed, but you should not bend like this. You should be erect. Your spine should be as if there is a very straight rod going through your brain and coming out of your place where you're touching your chair or your floor. If you are sitting on a floor, sitting on a chair, or sitting on a padmasan or vajrasan or sukhasan, whichever way you are sitting, your back should always be straight. So that is one important prerequisite. So these are few things. And then while practicing pranayam, we will use both the nostrils, one after another. So we inhale through one nostril and exhale to the opposite nostril. And after exhaling, we will inhale through the same nostril and we exhale through the opposite nostril. So these are few things. And then we practice pranayam with different ratios. So whenever we do like just like that, if you inhale, hold and exhale, it will not be pranayam. There need to be a fixed ratio. So when we teach our patients, particularly patients with some degenerative diseases and some problems inside some ailments, we want regeneration to happen fast. So we teach them, initially we start with 1:2:1 ratio. While you inhale, you count a certain whatever is your capacity, you will count, and then you hold the breath for double the count of your inhale. For example, while you are breathing in, you are counting 5. Then you hold the breath and count 10. Then after counting 10, you exhale and count 5. And again you count 5 while you are inhaling. Hold the breath and count 10 and exhale, count 5. As simple as it is. So it's like 1:2:1 ratio. 5, 10, 5. Inhale 5, holding the breath is 10, exhaling is 5. Simple, very, very simple. Don't need a guru or some trainer to teach this particular thing, because it is very simple. Even if you do a little small mistake, that is okay in this particular ratio. So 5, 10, 5. And while you're counting 5, you should not count like should not count very fastly 1 2 3 4 5 like that. It's like almost like seconds. 1 2 3 4 5. Or we can count like this. We generally, I count like this: om 1, om 2, om 3, om 4, om 5, like that continuously. So that will give enough gap between two counts. So this is the way you count. And another important thing is, after sitting in a straight posture, your left hand, this is called chin mudra. Left hand, you put your left hand on your left leg. You take your left hand and you put it on your left leg like this. Then your right hand, you fold your index finger and middle finger. Index finger and middle finger, you fold like this, and you use these two fingers to hold your nose. So for example, you will take your right thumb and close your right nostril like this, and the other two fingers, you can use them to close the left nostril like this. Okay, so you can use like this. If you can't fold them, you can just do like this also. This is a better way. It is called Vishnu Mudra. You fold your index finger and middle finger, and you use these fingers to hold like this. Okay, so these are a few simple instructions. Before I show you how to do pranayam, till now whatever I have told, you have any doubts, you can just ask me, so that I can go forward and show you the practical way of doing pranayam in the traditional ancient way.
Gee, thank you, Bhaiya. Well, I could see a few mics unmuted earlier, yet one hand risen. Ratikanta ji.
Okay. Hello, sir.
Hello. Yes.
Ratikanta ji, you may unmute again, please. You're muted.
Okay. Am I audible now?
Yes,
you are.
Okay, sir. Sir, actually, I think 5 to 6 backs. Actually, I have heard about this pranayama and yoga. So I went through some books and I tried. Okay. So after trying for 1 month, I feel the coldness in my body, it is increases. So I thought I did any mistake why I was not a continuous suffering of cold. But after the pranayam, I feel I think after pranayam I may did some mistake or something, so that I'm suffering of cold. And after that, I left this practice.
Okay.
So I want to know: is it related to pranayam, or are there any other situation which made me the cold fever? Yeah, that just
Generally, the right practice of pranayam will never cause any kind of side effects or aggravate any any symptoms which are already there.
Okay,
So
sir.
it can be any other reason, but
Okay, sir. Okay.
because of pranayam, generally we don't get any side effects, unless it is a very advanced pranayam and you are not doing it in the right way. Unless it is that case, I can say confidently that pranayam will not cause any side effects, visible side effects.
Sir, actually, I did that joke, the pranayam that you explained now, Olam, Bilam, and other things. For around for one time, I did it for 100 numbers, 200 numbers. So I think is it a rigorous process, or I started with a large numbers of breathing? Is it the reason? initially?
Initially, anyway, anytime you start doing any practice, whether it is a physical activity or breathing exercise or anything, we can start with very very small steps, baby steps, and slowly, once you get mastery over the craft, you can increase and stretch your limits. Let us not start with I have whatever I have told till now, right now it's a very very basic one. So once we start with this basic one and slowly increase according to our own capacity, I'll tell you how to increase also right away. Right now, I'll tell you. So this way which I am telling you right now is a very safe practice, and you will not get any kind of side effects. That is assured.
Okay, okay. Thank you, sir. So I have another question. Can I ask?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay, sir. Sir, during pranayam, whatever you explained, actually, you have explained in a more scientifically way. Earlier that we have heard or we have seen, they just told you take breath, you inhale breath, you exhale breath, and everything. And I have never heard. But today I'm happy to know actually what is the science behind this.
Yes.
So regarding this, I have another question. When we are taking oxygen, okay, so it is controlling our blood flows and it activate all the cells inside our body. Am I right?
Actually, this oxygen, in tradition we call it as pranavayu, and oxygen actually flows. It gets carried to each and every cell of the body through blood. Once
Okay.
it enters the lungs, from the lungs it gets dissolved in blood.
Yes, sir.
Then heart pumps that oxygenated blood to all the organs of the body, each and every cell of the body. So this blood reaches each and every cell of the body. There the gaseous exchange takes place. Oxygen
Yes, sir.
reaches each and every cell, and
Yes, sir.
this oxygen will be utilized to produce energy.
Yes,
And
sir.
same oxygen will also be utilized to build the tissues, regenerate,
Yes.
repair. All these things will happen with the help of oxygen. All the chemical reactions which take place in our body, they need oxygen. And if oxygen is not there, then all these reactions will become anaerobic reactions, and lots of toxins will be released if sufficient oxygen is not there while these reactions are happening. Okay.
Okay, thank you, sir. Just another question is related to this question.
Mhm.
Sir, the during physiotherapy, whatever I have heard, they activate your knobs. If is there any problems, they activate just by pressing that positions. Okay, so I want to know whether this the physiotherapy concept is it related to the nerve strength, which can be enhanced by giving sufficient of oxygen to the knobs?
See, physiotherapy is more of strengthening the muscles and stimulating the nerves. Stimulating of nerves happens with various, electrical instruments and other things. Okay,
Yes, sir.
and strengthening the muscles happens with some exercises and all. So, whenever you are doing this, whenever there is a kind of activity inside your muscle, you need a lot of oxygen. Normally,
Okay,
when you
sir.
go to a gym and do exercise, or you
Yes,
are
sir.
running, or you are walking, or you are climbing
Yes, sir, sir.
stairs, you are doing a lot of physical activity, and energy is being produced. Glucose is being burned, and the
Yes,
muscles
sir.
are very active. And that particular point of time, you need a lot of oxygen. Without
Yes, sir.
oxygen in the muscles, we will produce more lactic acid, which is harmful to the muscles. Muscle become very rigid over a period of time if lots and lots of lactic acid gets produced, and this happens if you don't take sufficient oxygen. So whether you are taking physiotherapy or doing some exercise or whatever you are doing, it's very important for us to have sufficient long breathing. Even if you are, while you're doing pull-ups or push-ups or running, it's very important for us to have open our lungs and do a lot of breathing while doing all these things. It's very important.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you
Yeah.
very much. Okay.
So yes.
There's one more hand risen. Akash Kumar ji. Akash Kumar. Maybe I'm not really audible, but I can hand over the mic to one more hand risen. Professor Rashmi.
Yes, am I audible, sir?
Yes, madam, you are
Sir,
audible.
I just wanted to ask, even I have some practice of Ayurveda. I'm not, I'm just learning from you also many things. But I wanted to know, do we have a painkillers in Ayurveda? Because due to chikungunya, some patients are there and there are more chikungunya patients nowadays in Mumbai. And they just dying by the pains, joint pains that they do have. And by giving the remedies also, they are saying, madam, we want a painkiller for this. So do we have any painkiller as such in Ayurveda?
No, I would like to tell you that most of the Ayurveda practice, we deal with pains only. Back pain, neck pain, knee joint pains in multiple joints with people suffering with chikungunya or rheumatoid arthritis or so many conditions where the pain is the main symptom. And we handle pain day in and day out. Handling pain, managing pain, bringing down pain is our bread and butter. Okay, so we have n number of medicines which act as painkillers, but the action mode of action differs from the regular painkiller, which what we take in allopathic this thing where we block the nerve signals from the part where the signal is coming, where the part is experiencing some kind of damage. It sends a signal to the brain telling it that I am getting damaged, and that will be revealed to us in the form of pain. So that will be blocked in various ways when you take painkillers, actual painkillers. But Ayurveda pain, the way in which we reduce the pain is different. Like there are several medicines which will relax the muscles, put the decrease the pressure of certain parts on the nerves, and there are other medicines which will reduce the swelling, inflammation, and by doing all these things they reduce pain. So there are so many, I can say thousands of medicines which will act as painkillers in Ayurveda.
Especially for chikungunya, when we have a joint pains, what painkiller we should go for?
No, it's not like a specific medicine for chikungunya pain. Okay, so there are so many painkillers, as I've told you. It depends upon their constitution, their condition, and so many other symptoms, their habit and habitat. We can't just say this is a standard painkiller like what we give in allopathy.
They do opt and go for Brufen or maybe Combiflam and all, which they want fast relief. But that is not advisable as far as the other body parts are concerned, for example, kidneys and all. So in that case, I just suggested Gulwel and Tulsi leaves extract to be taken early morning, consume empty stomach and evening. But they said the pain has not reduced as such.
Yeah. See, as I told you, we need to understand the actual cause of this pain, and we can treat it as a common this thing. I can suggest you a simple I am just typing it here, which is safe and anyone can take. Any preparation made out of Google is a painkiller. Any preparation made out of shellaki. So there are so many medicines like shellaki, MR, which are muscle retardant, muscle relaxants. So they are painkillers. But again and again, I'm telling you, it is very important for us to understand the constitution and the condition, and that will give us enough scope to give a exact, nice, right medicine, which will instantly give relief from pain. So I also strongly recommend them to consult a nearest Ayurveda doctor. So, and if you want to have more details, if a particular patient wants to really understand and solve their problem permanently, I can help. I'm just putting the email ID, my email ID. I will also help, or you can just mail me the specific condition of the patient and any reports and all. I will suggest you some medicines which will definitely help in reducing the pain. And
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
yeah. And let us limit our queries to pranayam today.
Okay.
So, yeah. Yes. So shall I start? So I'll just show you what we do, what we teach to our own patients, and my another answer to Rashmiji is like relaxing the body and doing practice in pranayam also will reduce the pain and increase the prana shakti, and it will heal and reduce the inflammation in various parts of the body. So practicing pranayama is also a good way, where a very simple medicine also will act very effectively if we practice the pranayama in a right way. So let's start with the practice of pranayam. Here I am just trying to, I'll show you how I perform pranayam. So as I've told you, this is the chin mudra. It is in my left hand. I'll put it on my left leg like this. And then I will start with, I'll close my right nostril and I will exhale, bring the air out from my left nostril. First, I'll empty my lungs like that. Then I will inhale again. This from inhalation, I'll start counting. Okay. While inhaling, I will just count 5. Okay. Then I'll close both my nostrils. I've counted 10. Then I'm exhaling. I'll count 5. Then again I'll inhale. I'll close both the nostrils. I'll count 10. Then I'll exhale while counting 5. So this is one round. Inhale, hold, exhale, again inhale, hold, exhale. This is one round. We recommend at least 20 rounds on empty stomach. Continuously, if you can practice 20 rounds, that will be a great start. You can start with as simple as possible. If 5 is difficult for you, start with 4 or even 3. While inhaling, count 3, hold and count 6, exhale, count 6, count 3. Again inhale, count 3, hold, count 6, exhale, count 3. It's like 1:2:1 ratio. 1:1, 3, 6, 3, like that. Very simple, very, very simple. You need to practice it continuously every day, and within few days you will see that your lung capacity increases. You will be able to breathe in more air. Your lungs can be filled with more air. Then while inhaling, instead of 5, if you can count 6, then hold and count 12. Then exhale while counting 6. Again inhale while counting 6. Hold while counting 12. Exhale while counting 6. Very simple. Inhale, hold, exhale, inhale, hold, exhale. One round is over. Like that, you can practice 20 rounds. So if you are increasing slowly, 6, 12, 6, 6, 12, 6, like that, after a few days, 7, 14, 7, 7, 14, 7. Like that, you can increase step by step, step by step, step by step. While you are inhaling, count very slowly, hold and count double the count you are counting while inhaling. And while you're exhaling, count the same number while you have counted while inhaling. Same, 7, 14, 7. Again 7, 14, 7, like that. 8, 16, 8, 9, 18, 9, like that. Till you reach this count of 15, 30, and 15. We call it first level, basic level, where you do only inhale, hold, and exhale. Only Purakam, Kumbhakam, and Rechakam. Inhaling, holding the breath, and exhaling the breath. So 15, 30, 15. It's a very simple way. So if you can reach this, just imagine while you are inhaling, you are counting 15, hold and counting 30, and exhaling, you are counting 15. So it's almost you have counted 60, 60. It's almost 1 minute, and in 1 minute you are only inhaling and exhaling one time. So you brought down your respiratory rate to 1, just 1. Normally it is 15. Now it is only 1. So imagine what happens when your respiratory rate comes down, becomes very, very, very slow. All the activity which is happening inside, it stops. And it gives enough scope for the body to heal itself. You know, in a tradition, they say, chale vate, chale chittam, nischaletu nischalam. When the air is going inside and coming outside, going inside, coming outside, going inside, coming outside, continuously, mind is flickering. It is like a diya in an open place where there is a lot of air. This lamp is flickering. When you hold the breath, you control your mind. You keep it still. You will keep it still. It will not go here and there. You will be able to have a control over your mind. You'll be able to have control over your thoughts. So this will happen when you start holding the breath. So the holding part is very important. That is called kumbhaka. You hold the breath. So we all can start practicing. So unfortunately, I cannot see your videos, but I'll just make you do this. I will give you specific instructions and I'll count, and I want you to do this. Those people who can switch on their videos, maybe the faculty or panelists, they can switch on if it is possible. Otherwise, just follow my instructions. Keep your back straight. Keep your back straight. Take this mudra, chin mudra, in your left hand and put it on your left thigh. And take this mudra, Vishnu mudra. Take your right thumb, close your right nostril and exhale. Bring the air out, empty your lungs. Okay, we'll start now. While inhaling, I'll count 5. You inhale like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now close both the nostrils. Close both the nostrils and count 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now exhale, count 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, inhale from the same nostril. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold the breath for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Exhale for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is one round. So I'll again count. Please try to do along with me. Okay, I'll just count 5, 10, 5 to one round. Just try to do along with me, and then after doing, if you have any doubts, you please ask. Okay, just first empty your lungs, exhale, then now start counting. While inhaling, count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Close your nostrils, close both the nostrils. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. While exhaling, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhaling, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold the breath. 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Exhale, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is how you complete one round. Suppose you have block in one nostril. It is common. Most of the people have a deviated nasal septum. So one side air will flow very freely, and other side air might get stuck. It's not flowing so freely. So you might have a difficulty in practicing this, but still you do practice, and slowly the block will get cleared, and then you will be able to practice pranayama on both sides very easily. So if you have any doubts in what I have shown right now, if you have practiced along with me, if you have any doubt, you please ask. And one
Rashmi ji has already
asked it down. Yes.
maybe Tamil Selvi ji, in case you would like to put forward a query.
Yeah, Brindaji is asking, is there any duration? So yeah, as I've told you, you inhale, hold, exhale, again inhale, hold, exhale. That is one round. I'm asking you to do at least 20 rounds. So if it is 5, 10, 5, it will take around 20 minutes. No. If it is 5, 10, 5, it will take just 10 minutes or less than that. Okay.
Tamil Selvi ma'am. Ji Tamil Selvi ji.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening. Good evening to all. Namaste.
Namaste.
Sir, you explained about the breathing exercise, no?
Yeah.
So is it necessary to hold the breathing for some time, sir? Or
Yes.
only just inhaling, exhaling is alone sufficient?
No, it is not sufficient. Holding the breath is the most important part of pranayama. As I've told you, chalevate chale chittam nischaleta nischalam. When the air is going inside and coming outside, the mind is flickering like a lamp in the breeze. So when you hold the breath, you will be able to regulate your internal organs and also gain control over your mind. This holding the breath is the most important part of pranayama. Inhaling and exhaling, various ways of doing inhaling, exhaling, Anlom Vilom, Bastrika, Kapal Bhati, Brahmari, Shitali, Shitkari, all these things are for preparing our lungs to do better pranayam. They are not actual pranayam, they are initial preparations for pranayam. So in actual pranayam, you hold the breath and this holding goes forward and it goes into higher levels. And what I am telling you right now is a very, very, very basic level. Holding the breath twice the count of inhaling is a very basic thing. When we go to the second level, we increase the ratio 1:4:2. While you're inhaling, if you count 5, you hold the breath and count 20. And then while you're exhaling, you count 10. Double the number of double the count of inhaling, you exhale it very, very slowly. And again, you inhale, hold for 4 times what you have inhaled. So this goes and in next level it goes still up. Okay. So then comes another important part. In the third level, we teach shunyaka. Shunyaka is you empty your lungs. You exhale, lungs are empty now.
Yeah.
Then you hold the breath. That is shunyaka. Kumbhaka is like you breathe in and hold the breath. And Shunyaka is you breathe out and then hold the breath. That is third level, which is a bit advanced level. But as of now, breathing in, holding and breathing out is very important.
So that is not a Kumbhaka, sir?
That is Shunyaka. After emptying the lungs, when your lungs are Shunya, when they are empty, you are holding the breath. That is called Shunyaka.
Okay.
So right now, what we are discussing is only simple Puraka, Kumbhaka, Rechka. Inhaling, holding and exhaling. Simple, very simple and very safe to practice.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Nice. Very nice. Maybe if any other participant would like to put forward any other question.
So one more important instruction is while you are practicing pranayam, you should try to stay relaxed and have a fixed posture. You should not move your body. Some people do like this. While you are inhaling, they do like this. Like that. While exhaling, they do like this. Like that, you should not move your body.
Okay.
While you are practicing pranayam, it's like this only. Only the fingers move. Whole body is still. Relaxed, but still.
Okay.
So this is also very important.
Thank you.
Nice. So this has been another interesting and enriching session, as the participants had put forward their interest into knowing what is pranayam and how to rightly practice pranayam. So Bhaiya, this has been our first step. So are we going to continue with the next step and ahead in the coming sessions?
Not immediately. I request all the participants to start, give a try. Just try to practice it for 5 minutes a day. Very, very simple baby steps, whatever you can. If it is only 5, 10, 5, it's okay. Otherwise, 3, 6, 3 is also okay. Some people say that it's very difficult for them to hold the breath. So start with very, very simple baby steps and slowly stretch your limit, and come till 15, 30, 15. And I can assure you, this experience of practicing the pranayama in right way is excellent. I can't just describe in words. You have to feel it. Only, when you experience it, then you will be able to, understand what I am trying to say. And someone is asking, shall we practice in while traveling? Is it possible and effective? If there are no if there is lot of ups and downs, and if the road is very, jumpy, maybe that will not be effective. Otherwise, if you are traveling in a train or a flight, it's very safe to practice pranayam in a train or flight. Even a bus, when it is going on a smooth road, that is fine. You can practice. Only a prerequisite is lungs should be allowed to expand. For that, we need an empty stomach, not a full stomach. Immediately after eating, please do not practice pranayam. That is the only prerequisite. Any time is okay for practicing pranayam. And I have seen miracles happening just by practicing pranayam. Just by practicing pranayam, I have seen a lot of regeneration in very, very serious conditions, very tough diseases, getting their body getting healed in a wonderful way by rigorous practice of pranayam. So for all our patients, we make them practice pranayam every day in our own hospital, where all the inpatients will be gathered and they will practice together. And they practice in their home, and we give them targets. You have to complete this level, go to the second level, then go to the third level. Like that, we give them targets, we encourage them, we hold their hand, and we take them forward. But it's not, unfortunately, every day we will nobody will push us to practice pranayam. It's something which is very important but not urgent, so we tend to procrastinate, we tend to postpone this thing. But I request you people to practice it for 1 week, and then if you have any doubts, you ask me in the next week. And next week we will continue with the faculty development program, which the syllabus which you have prepared. So I just want to refresh your memory of holistic human health. So that we will continue next week. And after sufficient practice, if you want me to take you into the second level, where the ratio is 1:4:2, then I will also do that. Antosh Daideji says, I do pranayam every day after hard exercise and Surya Namaskar in the morning. Is it okay? Yeah, it is okay. Only thing is, after doing a lot of exercise, our breath rate tends to be very, very fast. So all we have to do is sit for 2 minutes, take deep breaths, relax your body, relax, observe your breath, observe whether it is shallow or deep. If the breath is shallow, then you make it deep, make it slow. The easiest way to make it deep is hold the breath for some time. Hold the breath for some time, and as much as time you can hold it, and after holding it, then take exhale and slowly inhale, exhale, like that you do. Once the lungs they start breathing in a rhythmatic way, in a relaxed way, then you can start practicing pranayam. That is the only prerequisite. After Surya Namaskar, only generally we do pranayam after Surya Namaskar and exercise asanas only. So that is recommended. I think we can close the
Nice.
session.
Yes, Bhaiya. So I can see that Tamil ma'am is there. Would you like to know something more?
Actually, good evening again. So actually, I'm also regularly doing all the yoga practices, including pranayama. But sir has today told no that holding the breath. So that actually so far I didn't do. But hereafter I'll continue with that holding the breath, as you
Yes.
said, sir. Mhm.
Great. Wonderful.
Nice.
Yeah, thank you.
This is very nice. So, uh, uh, in fact, we all got to know about the real way of practicing pranayama, and maybe many of us were following the regular routine of doing the same, but probably with not much awareness. So therefore, the results were not all that beneficial for us. So it's good that we had this particular session by Sundar Bhaiya today, and many of us got the clarity of how to practice pranayama in the right way. So with this, Bhaiya, we'll thank you a lot, and thank you all the participants for your keen interest in participating, discussing, and equally doing self-exploration on this particular content related to module 2, physical health and related activities. So, Bhaiya, with your permission, we'll continue the session on coming Friday. And thank you so much for the input and the content that you shared with us and made us practice as well. That's all the more important. So thank you so much. Shubharatri, good night. Namaste to all.